This episode brought to you by illbeast.com. For the newest and freshest collection in urban wear, go to illbeast.com, that's ILLBEAST.com, and put your order in today. Today's date is May 28th, 2020. Topic is Chiefs Raiders make a great prayer. Thanks again for joining me. Let's go. So back in 2013, we moved out to our family. We moved out to Utah, and while we were out there, my son, he played football. We tried tackle football. He was about 11, and the only problem with youth football out in Utah is that the kids are built like men. They got some big boys out there. My son's not too big, so he got hit, and he finished out the season, but really wasn't something I wanted to go back to. So the following season, we ended up signing up for flag football, and they asked me to coach. Happily accepted. Any father wants to coach his son, and in this football league in Utah. And I don't know how this is anywhere else, but in Utah, flag football is super competitive. And, coaches are really competitive. The parents, man, they get loud out there. My wife included. My wife will cheer at a flag football game like she's at an actual Chiefs game. And we were named the Chiefs. And in the league, the other team that was really, or the single team that was taking over that league, they were called the Raiders. And if you're a Chiefs fan, you don't ever want to lose to the Raiders. I don't care what sport it is. I don't care what it is. You don't want to lose to the Raiders. We played them our first season. We lost to them twice. Once during the regular season, and then in the Super Bowl. Went to the Super Bowl, we lost the Super Bowl, and man, losing the Super Bowl is one thing, and then losing to a team that was called the Raiders is another thing. It was painful. And the next season, we went undefeated. We had a great season, had a great team, and during the season, we faced the Raiders. And I guess after so many wins, we handed them an L. We beat them, and I was getting over the hump. And then we went to the Super Bowl, and sure enough, the Raiders made the Super Bowl. My son had a great season. He's a really good athlete, and he really helped the team as well as a lot of the other kids that were on the team. We had a really good team, and we went to the Super Bowl and played that game, and it was intense. I mean, our side was pretty intense. Their side was really into the game. Parents were all over the place. My wife was very, very loud. You knew she was there. And, played out a really great game. We ended up winning. Chiefs won the Super Bowl, just like we did this year. And after the game, the very first thing I wanted to do was find my son. And I was looking all over for him, 'cause we did it. It was something that we really worked for and really wanted. We really wanted this, especially against this team. And I couldn't find him, and it was like a movie. I was looking for him, and it was like the crowd kind of parted when I was looking for him, because I knew what side of the field he was on. And as the crowd parted, My son was down on one knee with his head bowed and he was saying a prayer. 11 years old. And one of the reasons that this is so special to me is because, and I'm sure my wife won't mind me saying this or bringing it up, but, we were struggling as a family. Financially, we were struggling as a couple. And, you know, my son, he was witnessing all this stuff. He was going through it. I know he knew what was going on. And, the beautiful part about it was, through all of this that he was going through, he was humble enough. He was humble enough to truly get something that he wanted and still get down on one knee and be mindful of his Heavenly Father and give thanks to him. And it shocked me. It really did. It shocked me to see him at the end of that game that way. It was a good reminder for me, that prayers prayers aren't just for, those times that we feel like we really need him. He wants to celebrate with us as well. And so grateful to see him acknowledge that at a very young age. And there's a lot of craziness going on right now. The world's upside down. There's not much to uplift people these days. And I feel that opening your day with a prayer is important, and closing it with a prayer is also important. And during these times, we could all use a lot more praying. Thank you guys for tuning in again, and wherever you are, I hope you're doing well, and I hope my prayers reach you and your situations as well. With that being said, you guys have a good one. Love you guys.